Good morning, everybody. It's me, psychic medium Daniel Monroe, and
Me, Mama Kori.
Mama Kori. Come on in. Make sure you guys say hello, where you're from. We are like streaming on every platform successfully. Thank God for the first time, and thank God for our producer in the background, Ryan. Anyway, so today's Healing and Heals episode is actually something that I kind of got into a fight with my partner over yesterday. I'm not going to lie, but it's truly all about, are you tired of being the strong one? Are you the strong one in your family, in your relationships, in your dynamics? Are you, and we have a lot going on in the world, and we won't get into that, like, political wise. However, like, there's so much happening, and we just get so overwhelmed and so tired. But if I don't do it, I mean, who's going to do it in my household? And so it's all about having balance and first off recognizing, because when you're such a doer, fixer, for me it's so like second nature. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's fine, I'll do it. Oh, it's fine, I'll do it. Oh, it's fine, I'll do it. And then you look at everything you keep adding to your to-do list, and you're like, fuck.
You know what I affectionately call that?
What?
The clothes chair in the bedroom.
Oh, we're just piles up. I'm not joking. We have a box because we're going through the kids' clothes, and it was like up to the like halfway up
Yeah.
the wall, and I was like, we have to do something. This is too much. We have to get rid of this stuff. We have to put stuff away. Like, it's got to go.
I mean, how many people have either a chair or a workout piece of equipment that holds all holds like the spare clothes, like I can wear this today, but maybe not today, and you pile it on, pile it on, pile it on. That's kind of like being the strong person. People pile and pile and
You just
pile
pile.
until
It's too
the
much, and
legs
it
go.
falls out.
It falls down, then you got to pick it all up.
Start all over.
I'm known for my clothes chairs.
But it's true. Like, we continue piling things up, piling things up, piling things up because we're so used to it. Like, that is our normality. It's our typical Tuesday, if you will. It's the things that we are so prone to. And I want to talk today about where that comes from, what that actually does to your nervous system, what spirit says about it. But come on in, make sure you guys say hello, where you're from. I'm gonna go and share this on join us live on my other platform so that we were good to go. But no, it's true. When you are the strong one in your, again, relationships, family dynamic, all of that, the identity of the strong one is often assigned. It's not actually chosen. It's not something that you're just like, sign me up. Like, it's assigned to you. You don't choose it. And it typically actually starts, you guys, at childhood. I don't know about y'all, but I'm loving me the new Hilary Duff music. But it's true. Like, her first like song back, one of her hit lyric lines is, "You're so mature for your age." And I was always told that growing up, "Oh, you're so mature for your age," because I started this work as a psychic medium at the age of 17, and I was dealing with so much heaviness and grief at such a young age that now that I'm a dad, I look at my boys and I'm like, I hope nobody like comes to you and gives you their pain and burden at the age of 17, and then you have to fix it for them or help them feel better. Not saying I don't love what I do. I'm just saying I want my kids to have a childhood. I don't want them to grow up being so mature for their age. I want them to enjoy their age, enjoy their life. But someone like me and Mama Corey, like, we got to grow up.
I took advantage of being the mature. You're not acting your age. I, for a long time, I ran with that until I was 21, and then I did have the ID to go with it.
Yeah. But no, looking back on it though, it's not something that, again, would you have chosen for your own nieces and nephews?
Yeah.
Like,
No, yes and no. Yes, because I learned how to be responsible
mhm,
when big responsibility hit.
yeah.
But would I have liked to have had a little bit more adolescent fun or this or that? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
of
Well,
course.
you were put in some, situations, and we don't have to get into them. And just like I don't want my kids at the age of 17 not having money for the Dollar Tree or like for food. And like our food was the Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, there's butterfly wings on me on TikTok. Oh my goodness. Hello. Um, but there was certain things that I went through again at 17 and moving out and
Mhm.
having, the water bill getting cut off and the electricity being cut off. Like I wouldn't want that for my kids.
No, no,
And I
no.
wouldn't want again, I don't want them to have to feel like they have to sign up and be the mature one and be the strong one. Like because I know what that's still like even in my relationships, like my romantic relationships. And the other thing about being the strong one is you're the one people don't have to worry about. But internally, you're like, I want somebody to worry about me. I need somebody to worry about me. But we are so prone as the strong ones, as the assigned strong ones that people are like, oh, it's fine. He can handle it. Oh, it's fine. My dad used to say that, like, oh, I won't have to worry about when you grow up. And it's like, but I need that affection. I need that care. I need that energy exchange. Like I know I wear it very well, and you'll never know when I'm crumbling. Just like you guys don't know, we were, studio tore down, crumbling before we hopped on. But in all reality, because you're the strong one, that doesn't mean internally you're not like, hey, I need somebody to worry about me. I want somebody to check in on me. Like I need somebody to give me that extra TLC because you weren't strong. You were the one that no one checked in on. And
Yeah.
that's the reality of it. Like just because you're the strong one, I got into let's get real, we're gonna get real here. I got into an argument with my partner Nick yesterday because I go, look, I can't be the one to always remind us, like remind you about the stuff that you need to get done and Jared about the stuff he needs to get done when we have two, babies. And I have to remember to order formula. I have to remember to make sure that their laundry is getting done. Or I even have to remember to ask somebody else to jump in and help it. And it all started because, the bottle warmer, the travel bottle warmer was broken and he didn't remind me to order it. But it's like 24/7, I have to remind him to do it. And he's literally asked me, like, hey, can you just keep asking me and asking me? So that was like the breaking point because I'm the strong one that no one has to, check in on. We didn't have a bottle warmer, so we had to like find one yesterday. But that's the reality of it, is just because we wear this mask of I'll take care of it, I got it, I'm the strong one, that doesn't mean I want to do that 24/7. I need you to also participate, to check in and to remind me because we're all human.
Yeah. And with me also, and this is something too, there's that fine line that goes between the strong one and the dominant one.
Yeah.
Because I will run into I in my family structure, I'm kind of the dominating sister or aunt
Yeah.
or mom aunt or sister-in-law
Or Gigi.
or Gigi, I got a lot of names, and I find that I'm kind of the, I will say, alpha bitch.
Yeah.
And I clawed for that one. I used to be very shy,
Hmm.
and then I started getting more responsibility after I went out on my own and moved to another state and learned how to be speak up for myself because I used to be very shy. And then all of a sudden one day I woke up and I'm like, I have all of these problems, and not problems, but people are dropping their things off to me. And one time Candy, I was having a little breakdown, and she looked at me, she goes, "You can't break down. You're the mama.
Yeah.
You can't. This is your job. This is what you do." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Gathered my strength and went
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And who would have thought in my life when I was young that I would be the strong one, whereas my older brother, who was falling apart, a bunch of stuff, and he started crying. He's looking at me and he goes, "You're just the mighty oak. You stand so strong." And I'm like, "No, I just refuse to crumble.
Yeah.
I just refuse to. I have to get everything in order.
Yeah.
You guys can fall apart,
Yeah.
but."
Somebody's got to steer this ship.
Yeah, but somewhere in this, you need to check on me.
Yeah. So somebody just commented, I feel like being the oldest means I have to be the strong one, and I am not. That's the other thing too. Again, sometimes you're put into that family dynamic rhythm. I'm the youngest, and honestly, like I don't talk the youngest of seven, and I don't talk to like a lot of my siblings because of being gay and being a medium. And I but the ones that I did grow up with, because you know we're all blended, there are certain ones that I don't mind being the strong one for, like my sister Maria, because like she is very appreciative of it. But there comes a time, I mean, even in that dynamic where I was the strong one in that situation and went into protective, brother mode, and it bit me in the ass and we stopped talking for a while. But
Yeah.
in all reality, like that is the dynamic that even though she's older than me, that she's put me in. And it's like now I'm being punished for it because I have always been your, protector, your caretaker. I mean, not only you, but your kid too for many, many years. And
Mhm.
in all reality, that's the other thing about the strong one is you're also the easy one to blame.
Right.
You're the easy one to, people to take their frustration out on and be like, oh, there's, so and so stirring the shit again, or but just because you are placed in that, and hello from Colorado, make sure you guys come on in and say hello and where you're from. Make sure you start tagging and sharing people and getting all of this out there because today's actually a really like meaningful topic because I love this topic so much. And it truly is wild that question, is there a promo code for tomorrow night? I believe there is. I want to say it's, let me look. Ryan, I didn't even tell you the promo code. I don't know. There might be a promo code. Hold on. I'm double checking you guys. Somebody just asked this. Tomorrow night, I know we're taking a little detour, you guys. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow is actually my 29th birthday. Uh, you did a reading on me a few months back, and I just want to tell you I'm exceeding at my job, just like you said. Oh, Sam, I'm so happy. I love hearing that. Listen, I'm not the Long Island medium with the TV crew, so I don't get to, see the follow-ups of what happens after a reading. So I love it when clients come back and they're like, oh my gosh, when you said X, Y, and Z 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I have to actually share this. I saw recently a client of mine that I've seen since like 2017, 2015. I was 18. That's how
Mhm.
young I was. That's how long ago it was. Anywho, she came and she always wanted to have a baby. And I remember in the reading, I kept saying, like, I see you doing surrogacy, not because like health wise you can't do it, but I feel like your own mental stability, blah, blah, blah. And I saw a picture recently of her holding a baby, and I was like, "Is this her baby? Is this her niece?" So I like clicked on her profile because like we became like social media friends because you do a readings for people throughout the year. Like I've read her sister, her mom, like
Mhm.
her whole family. Anywho, so I was like, "Is this her baby?" And I clicked it, and she was just like holding the baby. There was nothing, and I was like going through photos. I'm like, "Where was she pregnant? Where was she pregnant?" And I shit you not, you guys, 3 days after that, like random, like this is her kid popped in my head when I saw it. 3 days, and I was like, no, maybe it's just her niece. I didn't see any pregnancy announcements, nothing. She posted a photo shoot image, and it was she had a surrogate, and that was her baby. And I was like, oh my God, here we are years later. And I remember when I first did like one of the readings for her, Spirit kept saying like you have to choose different. Like your forever one is going to be polar opposite, kind of nerdy, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, that's not really my type, blah, blah, blah. Sure as shit, that's who she's with now. I just love it. Anywho, so I'm looking to see about, so tomorrow night, you guys, is my 29th birthday, Cocktails in Spirit in Ridgefield, Washington. If you guys want to go, I'm looking for the discount code. Ryan, I'm so sorry. I forgot that we even had a discount code. Hold on. Um, I'm looking, you guys. Hold on. I'm looking, I'm looking.
This would be a good time for some Jeopardy music.
I know. Do, 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 do. So tomorrow night is Cocktails and Spirit, where I will be connecting with your departed loved ones in person live. And it is the last one in Ridgefield for a few months, for a while, because I'm traveling and I'm a mommy. I'm a dad now, and I have to take April
Mom,
off.
dad, parent.
April, mom, whatever I am. I'm trying to find the discount code. Hold on, you guys. There's so many screens pulled up on my tiny computer. uh, Corey's actually more sad about the Cocktails and Spirit coming to an end.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah.
do. I love being able to meet people in person and have them tell me past stories.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you see me just sitting still and not moving, it's because somebody told me of one of their
I'm
loved ones.
really like anal about making sure people don't think my team is feeding me
Right.
info. So Corey, it's a beautiful, beautiful cocktail lounge, and so Corey like tries to find a seat because it sells out every single month. And what's so interesting about it is, why can't I find this? Let me go to tickets. Anyway, so it's a beautiful cocktail lounge, and there's not really like a backstage. And so when Corey goes to like sit down, my rule for her is make sure you stay there, because I don't want during intermission people thinking like, oh, you talked to somebody in the crowd and came and like talked to me. So Corey will just find a seat and then stay there. And people are like, oh my God, Daniel read me, blah, 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 and share like all these stories with her. And she stays put because, again, I don't want it to look like, oh, she's planted. In all
Right.
reality, she's got bad knees
I
and
got
got to
bad knees.
sit.
I don't move around much anyway. I am kind of like a starfish. But
Okay, so yeah, the birthday code for $10 off all tickets is B Day. All right, it took me that long to figure out that code.
that was a hard one.
I know,
Boy,
B
am I
Day.
confused
So
now.
B and then day, no space, no nothing. So yeah, make sure you guys go and use that discount code if you want to come to Cocktails and Spirit. But yeah, there we go. Ryan's like, Jesus Christ, Daniel, get organized today. Hey, it's Monday.
Yeah, so if I sit at your table and I don't move, I'm not being rude.
Yeah.
I I just don't want to compromise if you say, "Oh, I'm waiting for my sister who passed away." See, then I know you have a sister. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to go to
So that's
Daniel.
the rule. She
Yeah.
once she finds her seat when we start. Plus, she's got, what did we call it? She only has a certain amount of mileage on her knees
Yeah.
for the day. How many people are at the event? So it sells out at 55 every month, and we are more than halfway sold out. So, and it's tomorrow night. So we will sell out, and it's the last one. It is the last one, and we are there. They open doors at like 5:30. So that way you guys can come and get cocktails and stuff. I come out about like 6:45. And we go and we just have, I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not have shut down the electricity in the whole town of Ridgefield. Just joking. There was like a power outage, but it was in the middle of the show. It was a spooky.
It was spooky. It was
It
wonderful
was
because
fun.
there is candles,
Yeah.
electric candles all over the
The
venue.
venue. Yeah.
And it was such a cohesive crowd. Everybody's
The
like,
bartenders are
just keep
great.
going,
They're like,
just
let's
keep
go.
go,
It
go,
almost
go.
became a seance.
Right?
It truly did. Anywho, so circling back, so there you go. The discount code is B Day. Ryan will put the link and the discount code for $10 off. Hello, Jazz. Hello. Come on in, you guys. Make sure you say hello, where you're from. But anyway, so circling back to being the strong one in the family, in your dynamic, like strong people are often in chronic functional freeze.
Mhm.
So we're not falling apart, but never fully relaxed either. I'm always on edge. Like anytime something that I have like jumped in and took care of it, and let me know in the comments like if you relate with this. Like anytime we jump in to take care of something, that doesn't mean that emotional chaos or damage doesn't get stored in our body. Because let me tell you, there was one time where we woke up, this was years ago, and we were young and dumb, and my partner forgot, to pay car payments and never told me. And I woke up and our car was gone, and that froze.
Mhm.
Like getting your car repoed at such a young age, and that's like your transportation for everything.
I had that. into.
my whole body just freezes. And so now, to this day, I'm not gonna lie, anytime there's a random noise in the front of our house, I'm like jumping up, even though like I pay the car payments. I'm just like looking through the blinds, like, ugh, not again. But that energy, like just because like I jump into it and deal with it and take care of it and all of that, like that doesn't mean energetically I don't store as the strong person some damage.
Mhm.
Like there truly is a nervous system truth behind being the strong one. And I think it's sad that as humans and as the strong one, we feel like Ugh, I shouldn't burden my friend. I remember saying this in therapy years ago, like, I would rather deal with it and hurt and suffer than somebody else going through it,
Mhm.
even though the other person created the issue, or it's not even my issue, it's their issue. And I just remember having to learn and take a step back and learn the power of no and learn the power of I'm tired of this shit. Like, now I say that all the time, like, "I'm tired of this shit, like, I'm too grown for this." Like, I it got me in trouble this weekend, but I don't care because in all reality, like, you're grown.
Well, and I think that sometimes it starts with trust issues, like
Mhm.
letting things, like you said, get the car repossessed and this and that, to where you don't trust anybody to handle anything, so you
No.
start taking it on.
Mhm.
And then you take it on, and pretty soon it becomes second nature for the people around you to give it to you,
Right.
for you to take it on. And I had a car repossessed. I raised, not very successfully, but I raised my father,
Mhm.
and he was very irresponsible, and he got my car repossessed.
Oh, hell
And
no.
but here's the funny thing is last night I love country music, and I was watching an homage to Loretta Lynn, and Barbara Mandrell was on there. And I'm like, I remember my car that my dad got repossessed had all my Barbara Mandrell
You're re-triggered.
cassettes in there.
No.
I know it was bad, but I still think about that, and I still got that little rush. Like, I remember, and I didn't trust him to do anything irresponsible.
I never got my ring back. Like, my ring is still in there, I'm so mad. I probably have a shit ton of makeup stored up in there.
Barbara Mandrell, you don't understand. She was my Beyonce.
That's so funny.
And I'm all Barbara, hair still unchecked.
But no, it's true, and, like, the other thing too that as the strong one, when you finally break, the people around, because they're so used to you being the strong one, they're like,
Mhm.
"What got you so upset? Like, it was just something so little." But it's like, no, again, going back to your nervous system, like, you have so much stored up trigger or tiredness or animosity or whatever that, like you said, like, the trust is broken when you go through something like that and you go through like, yeah, I might have to fix it. And honey, like in the words of Megan Trainor, don't I make it look easy? But I'm still upset. Like, think of it like a battery level. And every time that somebody is the strong one jumping in to take care of it, that respect or that trust or you being that person that was supposed to be, the strong one's safety net as well is now gone.
Yeah.
And because we grew up fast as the strong ones, the caretakers, we try to find partners that will give that to us. But the moment that that trust is taken away, we do have to kind of let the partner know, like, honey, good luck trying to get that back. It doesn't matter how much time goes away, especially if there's added lower battery level happening and things are, going down and down. Because at the end of the day, we operate in handle it, let's fix it, let's keep going. But our body never gets to feel safe enough to collapse, and it never feels safe enough to be held, especially if that trigger or emotional stuff was coming from somebody you trusted, or even just again family members or relationships or friendships. Like, there are certain friendships that I won't honestly truly be alone with or truly be caught up in certain emotional levels because, I don't want to get pulled back into that. And so it truly is, as like the fixer and as the person who everyone goes to get it done. And they're so used to Daniel, keep going, keep going. Like when I break, it's not pretty.
No,
It's
when I
not.
break, it's not pretty. And for me, my girlfriends, my old school
Yeah.
girlfriends, that's a tough group. And I have one gal that's had a lot of huge hits. And I asked her, we were sitting there having coffee, and I asked her, I said, "How are you handling this?" I was checking in because she's the strong one in her dynamics. And she's like, if I stop and I really think, I'll break.
Hmm.
So I have to go
I have to keep
forward.
going.
But thank you for being my friend. And she's called me on anniversaries of things. And being a strong person, being there to support another one is one of the most wonderful feelings you
Yeah.
can do is to be able to share the strength with a like person,
Yeah.
and to let them be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so if you are the strong person, find that friend, find that like person that will let you be vulnerable, that will let you break and still pick you up. Because you know me, I'm gonna have to pick her up
Yeah.
because I'm a picker upper. I'm a pick up. I'm a Ford F-250.
Tifa.
No, I've lost a little weight, but
Yeah. Now you're a Ford F-150.
oh, wouldn't that be nice?
You're just a hatchback.
If I got to be, F-150, I would turn into a Maserati real quick. I would be so fast.
But no, it's true. Like people don't realize. Kylie said, "Look at them lips. Thank you, honey. It's the Rhode lip liner and some Patrick Ta lip butter because my lips were super dry." But it's true. Like as like the fixer, the strong one. Like people don't realize it's emotional isolation in disguise.
Mhm.
Like everyone comes to the fixer, the strong one, but no one checks on them. They struggle with asking for help, feeling like a burden, not knowing how to receive. You become so good at being there for others that no one realized you needed someone too.
Right.
And that was kind of like my breaking point this weekend because I'm like,
Mhm.
shit, I needed you to also remind me, like, I have how many jobs, Kori, not only being Daniel Monroe, but,
Right.
working on a
You wear a
team with
lot of hats.
somebody. And I have to remind certain individuals work wise to do things literally on a daily, and sometimes every 5 minutes. Ryan, you know, if you know, and not having to remind Ryan, just so we're clear. He actually reminded me that I messed up this morning. Good catch, Ryan. But, I was like, look, like you guys are so used to like, oh, telling me something one time and me getting it done. But in reality, as the strong one, as the fixer, as the doer, we have to start normalizing honestly in our society and our relationships of simply just going, hey, I can't do it.
Mhm.
That honestly, that statement even just makes me want to throw up because it's not in my vocabulary, but we do truly, as a human, have to become with okay with saying, I cannot handle this. And that doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you being a bitch. It makes you human reaching out for that love back.
And this might not be popular, but it's also a big old case of enabling.
It is.
And because you'll do it.
Guilty.
There's
Guilty. I mean, I had to get off the phone with you yesterday. We both were like, we'll call you back later. We had a rough day
yes, we
yesterday.
did. But for an adult, I'm gonna pick a little bit. For
Yeah.
an adult to say you have to remind me and remind me and remind me, that's saying I'm not listening. So when it's convenient, I'll listen.
Right.
So tell me when it's convenient for me because here's all this stuff on your plate.
Right.
And as a strong person, you take it and you keep reminding, then you get mad.
Or they get mad at you. They're like, you're nagging me or you're talking down to me. And
I'm
you're like,
listening.
yeah,
Oh, trigger.
girl, you're lucky I just got Botox. I hate that word.
But it's true. But if you kind of peel it back a little bit, It
Yeah.
is
It's
enabling
enabling.
because
100.
I've been busted doing that.
Mhm.
My, Al, Mr. Man, a few words, he's like, so you're doing this and this for this, but so you're letting it happen. You're letting it. And I was like, God, it was mostly when I was raising my parents.
So but the empath truth, you guys, as an empath, because that's the other thing, as a strong one, because we feel things so deeply. And again, going back to something that I said in therapy, is I'd rather go through it than that person going through it.
Mhm.
Like, I know that what I can handle, and I know that when I break, I'll eventually be able to pick myself up, which in reality is sad. Um,
Yeah, who needs to go there? Nobody.
oh, I love AI just said discussing emotional burdens of being the strong one. Share your experiences. Oh, I love that AI summary. But in reality, empaths overfunction because we feel discomfort before others even express it.
Mhm.
So we know it's coming and we know, like, hey, I need to jump into regulating the room, fixing the energy, prevent the chaos. But honestly, you guys, that comes at the cost of abandoning ourselves to stabilize someone else.
Draining our tank.
And you weren't just helping, you were managing everyone's energy so you could feel safe. That's also what it comes down to is, hey, this person's upset. I can't actually calm down because I know they're upset, but I know they're not going to do the work. I know they're not going to do X, Y, and Z. So let me go and do it so I can, one, have control, and two, then I can finally calm down. So that goes back to enabling them because they don't realize that they are not creating a bed for us to rest in.
Well, and how many times have you said this? Because I'm super
Grow the
guilty of
fuck up.
this. Yeah. No. If I don't do it, who will?
Hmm. Yeah.
If I don't do it, it won't get done right.
Yeah. If not me, then who?
Mhm.
And that's like the reality. Like, it's okay to say
But in the long run, yeah, you're getting it done. You've got it controlled. You're being strong, and they're not learning a darn thing.
no, no. And they're not growing. By
Mhm.
being the strong person you truly are. I know one of my partners is going to listen to this and be like, you're being mean. This was already, you could ask Ryan, this show was already scheduled for how long? This topic was already chosen. But something, you guys, that Spirit has shown me about being the strong one is the strong one is often the anchor soul in the family. We agreed to hold stability, break generational patterns, and be the emotional backbone. But Spirit also shows me and shows people who are in tuned that they're the most watched over. They're the most supported energetically, even when you feel the most alone. Because the ones who felt the most alone here are often the most surrounded in spirit. So when we sign up to be that person, and it most honestly, you guys, the other reason why we are the strong one is because our soul knows more of that spiritual connection, meaning, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. But that comes from spirit. Or I don't know how I'm going to get there or what I'm going to get done, but I trust in spirit and the universe, and we're going to work on it. We're going to do it. It is draining. It is draining, but we have that more emotional, energetic, and spiritual awareness than the
Mhm.
person who's so naive to it. That's so, oh, you can just take care of it. Because honestly, by having somebody else take care of your own shit, you're not growing. You're not leveling up. You're not expanding. You're choosing to stay the same.
Yeah.
And so that's the other part. So I'm not saying go out there and do it because spirit's got your back. Learning to say no. Learning, but know that most likely you are the one that's most evolved energetically, spiritually, your own personal self. But you have to know that there is a balance to it,
Balance.
and there is a point. Listen, I'm known as the bitch in my family because I learned the word no. My mom used to call me like, "Can you take me to Costco?" I'm like, "No, I have clients." And she would call people and be like, "Daniel was mean. He said no." And I'm like, "What?"
I know my mom called me mean so many times.
Like, because I said, "No, I'm working," not like, "Okay, let me drop everything." Like, what? But people also don't know how to receive. People who are the strong one, honestly, I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you guys. I get compliments all the time being Daniel Monroe, doing this work, going on stage, how I've, by connecting with spirit and sharing the messages, how I've changed someone's life. But I also get, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, you're so this, you're so that. It is so hard for me to truly receive that, to truly accept that, because we've been conditioned as the strong one to give, fix, and hold space for other
Mhm.
people's stuff, that when we get something energetically in return, it feels uncomfortable, it feels vulnerable, it feels unsafe. So we start to think like, I shouldn't handle it. Other people have it worse, because that's what goes through our mind. And then we start to go, I don't deserve a energetic thing back. I don't deserve a compliment. Hi, Daniel. I love that you're on. You gave me the best reading, Misty. Aw, thank you, Misty. We're going to be coming on all the socials more and more, I promise. So make sure you guys share and follow and all of that and tag people. Hello from Richfield. You'll be there. I love it. But the other thing is, you guys, you don't struggle receiving because you're strong. You struggle because no one ever taught you how. Again, going back to, no one checked in on you. No one said, "Hey, how are you doing?" This is honestly is what I got a lot of the times for birthdays. And honestly, it's why I'm gonna be really vulnerable with you guys, and I don't want to cry. No shit, I might actually cry, Corey.
Be strong.
I worked on my birthdays.
Mhm.
I got good morning, happy birthday, go milk the cows. Good morning, happy birthday, go feed the animals. Good morning, happy birthday. We have houses to clean today. Those were all the different businesses that my family had growing up. So if we didn't, it started with feeding animals, then it was feeding animals, and then my mom having a cleaning business. And then when that went away, it was still feeding animals. And then it was a whole entire dairy. And I was up to milking like 28 cows at 4 a.m. And then I had to stay home from school. And even New Year's Eve, I remember being like, if we wanted to hang out with family that came over, we would have to either milk later so that way we could enjoy cards and stuff, or we would have to milk early and miss out on that to be able to watch the ball drop on New Year's Eve. And I remember being outside on a couple of New Year's, and I was milking while the ball dropped, because I would rather, spend time with family. So my soul, not my soul, my body and my mind, my nervous system, whenever it comes time for working, Corey knows this, I always do an event around my birthday, because for some reason I'm still working through, I have to work for my
Yeah.
birthday. That's pretty fucked up.
Well, that's farm life. That's life's
But we
hard life.
can't, like, in reality though, like, we
Yeah.
can't
I mean, I'm not saying
justify
it's
it.
right. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that that's how we're conditioned,
Yeah.
and the same thing, I worked with racehorses, and I can remember, during the holiday season where everybody was um, shopping and Christmas caroling, this and that. I was on the
Oh.
racetrack watching the fireworks at Disneyland.
Hmm.
It was beautiful. I enjoyed the heck out of it. But now in retrospect, I'm like, I didn't do all the normal people things.
Right.
I lived in a town and didn't even know there was a mall there. I knew where the feed store was, the bar, and where you can get a really good pastrami sandwich.
Yeah. But in reality though, like, as society, as we're growing, and as we, are here even talking about it, like, I didn't notice it until we're having this conversation.
Right.
And now looking at it through the lens of a dad, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure my kids don't feel like they have to earn their birthday, or they have to do X, Y, and Z to around their birthday, like that energy. Obviously, I'm not gonna raise spoiled brats. They're like, it's my birthday, give it to me now, dad, like that little annoying girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I don't want them to feel like, hey, it's your birthday. I want them to be celebrated.
Right.
I want them to, because that's the thing that I'm working through is on my birthday, I don't like being celebrated.
Well, I mean, it's great when your kids or your loved ones
But go and buy a ticket. Hey.
that wait, I have to go back to my niece,
Yeah.
okay? My niece, who is 3.5, her birthdays are big. You know, she's number one granddaughter, number one baby girl, one number, she's number one.
Yeah.
And you met her this
Yeah.
weekend. She's number one.
Number one.
And her mom was pregnant on her birthday, ready to just have her baby, was, not feeling too good. And her birthday came and went very quietly. And she just looked at her mom in the face. She said, Mama, I feel so bad. Nobody celebrated you for your birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And because she is so loved, she only knows
Celebration.
celebration that birthdays are big. And she did something really cute for her mom. And she's 3.5. And but I think that having kids know that they're celebrated, that everybody's so happy to have them in their lives. And the thing you'll hear people say, I might have had struggles with my mom, but they always made Christmas special. They always made my birthday special. Those are really good, but also teaching them to be responsible.
Right.
I watched a deal today on a Italian guy. Goes, you got to treat your kids like old Italians. He says you give them $3 or $5 to work, $1 to give to charity, so they learn to be giving, $2 to play with, and the rest goes into savings so they can see how money grows.
Well,
Isn't that great?
yeah. So we do have to redefine strength, though.
Yeah.
We have to start telling the people around us, like, hey, I'm not okay. Like the Demi Lovato song, like, it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to talk about that. It's okay to say that. And it's okay to let someone else show up for you. And it's also okay to ask for that. Hey, I need you to kind of show up today. Now, my partner, Jared, I know somebody's like, were you just talking about your partner? Nick? I have two partners. You're welcome. If you would like tips on it, you DM me. No, don't do it. It's
Twice
quite
the headache.
twice the headache. It's exhausting. But I'm basically like Noah's Ark. Two boyfriends, two babies. They're
Four
coming in
dogs.
twos. Four dogs. uh, but my partner Jared knows. Like I'll send out a text saying, "Hey, I'm not doing good today," because we've
Mhm.
been together since I was 16. And he'll be like, okay, what do you need? Now he's not the one that will be like, let me jump in and do X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. But he's just like, okay, what do you need? And if I'm like, I need hot and sour soup, I need something sweet, I'm going into bed, blah, blah, blah. He'll go and do. He'll go and grab it. He'll go and make it. If I'm like, I really need you, like he's like a little golden retriever. He'll get it delivered.
Yes, he will.
But if I'm like, oh, I need, he knows how to make a good mean grilled cheese sandwich, but I had to learn that it was okay to say that.
Mhm.
There are times though in that when I'm in that space that I'll say, I'm sorry. And he's like, why are you sorry? And I'm like, well, because I know that I am that person for you 24/7, and I feel as if almost like I called out on work and the
Mhm.
restaurant was, slammed with so many guests. That's what it feels like to me.
Mhm.
But in reality, I do have to remind myself, and I hear spirit coming and going, you need today. I know, like when I first met Kori, she was like, honey, you just need a day where you just lay in bed and watch TV. I'm like, do people do that? And she was like, fuck yeah.
I had to learn it.
Yeah.
I had to learn it. And guess what? I did very well at that.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in a while though. Come on over.
Yeah, we need it. But in reality, you guys, strength isn't carrying everything. That doesn't make you strong. It's knowing when to actually put it down. It's knowing when to go, you know what? I don't need to hold on to this. I don't need to carry it anymore.
Yeah.
But for those of you joining, come on in. Make sure you say hello, where you're from. But are you the one? I want to know. We're going to take a little human. Make sure you guys say hello. Make sure you tap and share and tag people. But let us know in the comments. Are you the one that everyone calls? When was the last time someone asked you if you were okay? And do you feel guilty asking for help? So let us know in the comments. Are you the one that everyone calls, everyone goes to? Are you the one that everyone dumps all their, shit on? Or are you the one that has to jump in and fix it? That they're, it kind of feels like you're expected. I know I feel like I'm expected to do it. But when was the last time someone asked you if you were okay? And
And
do you feel guilty asking for help from other people?
do you feel guilty stepping away?
Yeah.
Because that was my thing when I finally learned how to, I got the confidence, got on a plane and left
Mm,
and went and spent time with my girlfriends. And I remember when I very first did it, Al asked me, he goes, "Why did you do that? Why did you feel you needed to do that?" And I said, "Because I needed to go back to being Kori, the friend,
yeah.
not Kori the sister, not Kori the wife, not Kori the aunt, not Kori the daughter, not I need to go and be Kori the fun person."
Yeah.
And you know what? I do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I I I found that solace. And when I'm on vacation, I'm a different person than when I'm here. And it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's actually very invigorating. Like when I came back from New Mexico this last time, I'm like, oh man, I sure needed it. I feel so light because I went and I laughed with it was so fun. It was so fun because I got to be me, not problem solver. Look, okay, I'm an alpha bitch. I made sure the hotel reservations, the flights, this and that. That's me. That's my friend's luxury, Cheryl. She's like, I love going places with Corey. I
Yeah.
just show up.
Yeah.
That's that's the strong one in that one. But other than that, it's okay to connect to the fun person
Yeah.
again.
Rhiannon said most of us who feel that way were never shown that receiving is just as natural as giving. Being vulnerable and finally admitting you aren't okay puts you in a place to receive, and that feels uncomfy, and it shouldn't.
Mhm.
It's true. Like I
It's
feel
true.
so uncomfortable when I'm like, what do you to the point where
It's
like
awkward.
when Jared first opened the door for me, which, or even Nick, like Nick hasn't done it in a while. So if you're watching this, we better get back to it. But when people when my partners hold the door open to me, I giggle because I'm
Mhm.
uncomfortable. Because I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you going out of your way? Why are you, showing this affection? Like it's uncomfy. But I remember the first time Jared did it, I giggled, and that was heading to the restaurant. And then when we were leaving the restaurant, he didn't open the door, and I went, "You're not gonna open the door?" And he goes, "No, you laughed at me." And I had to be vulnerable enough to be like, I was thrown off. I'm not used to this.
Mhm.
And that doesn't mean I want you to stop. It just means it's going to take me a minute to get used to it.
I wish people would enjoy the giggles
Yeah.
because that's like hee.
Yeah.
And people are like, "You laughed at me." I'm like, "No, I was giggling.
So
I
I
was
didn't
joyous."
I didn't realize like I giggle when I'm uncomfortable. Like that was like the first sign of it. And then when I was dating when Jared and I, broke up for like 9 months or whatever, and I started, dating other people, during, an intimate time in the
Mhm.
bedroom, this person did something that I was like, I just remember giggling so uncontrollably because I was like, what is happening? Like, I think he put like flowers everywhere and like set up the pillows a certain way and like did all these things. And I just remember laughing that he actually got mad. I should have saw the signs at that point, but he got mad and walked out of the room. And he was like, "No, like, that was so rude." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. We just, Matt, I have to be vulnerable." Because that's the one thing as a strong person, you do have to start learning to be vulnerable and start learning to voice that because
Mhm.
I had to take a moment and say, "Hey, I'm sorry that I giggled, but I need you as my person to start learning." And this is like, the plus side of Jared. He knows like when I start giggling, I actually like it
Mhm.
and not just like, oh, well, he's laughing at me. It's almost endearing now of like, oh, I got him to giggle, I won the, stuffed animal. Like if someone can get me to even thinking about it makes me giggle. If someone can get because Jared just started watching, so mind your business. But it's true, like if they can get me to giggle, now it's like, oh, okay, I did it. Like it's something good. But you as a strong person have to start being vulnerable and being comfortable saying, hey, these are my, quirks.
Mhm.
This is what it feels like for me. That doesn't mean I don't love it. That doesn't mean I don't want it. It just means I am getting used to it. I'm evolving. So I want you guys listening, who is the strong person, who is the fixer, to start remembering it's okay, but you do have to be vulnerable and admit that. You have to be vulnerable and say that. Marnie says, I was raised around horse racing as well and animals, and I made a conscious effort to make sure my kids felt seen no matter what they had to do. I'm the same way on birthdays. Yes to all. She feels guilty asking and stepping away.
Yeah, no, it's true. I was gonna make a comment too. If you're not the strong one, check in on the strong one
Yeah. We
because
get phone calls all day today now. Are you okay?
be all right. But do a little check or this. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? I've laid a lot of things at your feet many times. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Mm.
To my babysitter who watches her kids, oh my God, I'm like, how? You are a strong human because dealing with that and dealing with like, because here's the thing, like she is also caretaking for other people's kids and stuff. Like that's, her job, her daycare. And then she also has like, here's the thing, she makes it look easy. This is a great analogy. She makes it look easy, but we also don't know what she goes into every day from her personal life.
Mhm.
And so I always make it a conscious like effort to be like compliment her. Like you're so stunning because she is. You're so beautiful. You're so fun. Like I try to just shower her in confidence and in love and appreciation because again, when she goes home, you never know what she's going through. You
Mhm.
never know what somebody who makes something look so easy has going on internally.
I got to finally sit and meet with her if she's watching. Expect me for Bridgerton. She is so wonderful, though.
Yeah.
She's like, oh God, I could sit and watch because she loves all the Queen stuff. She loves all the drama of the royal family, and I'm on it.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, and this and that, and because I'm a history buff, and she's like, oh, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a lot.
Yeah. No, but it's true. You guys do have to collectively, we have to start telling people like, hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Hey, I see you. Hey, I mean, just for example, I have a client who is upset because she didn't read her confirmation email when I moved offices.
Mhm.
And then so she showed up to the wrong office back in January. We didn't charge her a rescheduling fee because she like no showed and we had to call her and she's like, "Well, I'm here." And we're like, "You're at the wrong place." We did call, we left a voicemail. It shows that you opened the email 77 times, or she put her daughter's info and not her own info, right? And so she got upset because her daughter didn't tell her. And anywho, so she didn't show up. Her appointment got rescheduled out for March because I'm booked out like 2 to 3 months at a time. And then I got sick because my kids were getting sick. And so, kids are germy and they're putting everything in their mouth. And so we had to like notify her. She got the email. Fast forward to we've been contacting the number that's on like, the booking system. And we get a random number calling and she's like, hi, this is so and so, and no one's called to reschedule my appointment. And I'm like, no, no, I even haven't notated. My assistant hasn't notated. Like, we've been calling the number that's on file.
Mhm.
She's like, oh, my daughter booked this for us, blah, blah, blah. Well, now she's upset and she's gonna go and write all these reviews and stuff because she doesn't want to do business with me. And I'm just like, because you're upset because we contacted the number and the email that you have on file, right? Like, I literally asked her, I'm like, am I getting that correct? You're upset because we have proof. We have the screenshot. Like my system shows how many times you opened it. Instead of just going, hey, I didn't realize that, or hey, my daughter didn't let me know, blah, blah, blah. Like again, we didn't charge a rescheduling fee. We didn't anything. Like your appointment would have happened in January if you answered the phone, if you listened to the voicemail, if you got the email. I say that to say people are so quick because they assume,
Mhm.
oh, I have an assistant, I have this team, and so they can say whatever and go write a review, and it's not going to affect me personally because I make it look easy.
Mhm.
But in reality, that honestly has stuck with me all week, and clearly I'm still talking about it. But I'm sharing that to say I've also done over 4,000 readings, you guys. I've been doing this for 12 years. And I don't have as many positive reviews. I mean, a lot of you came on here just today and said, hey, I had a reading with you. Hey, I had a reading with you. but chances are you probably never even wrote a positive review. You didn't, because to you guys, it's easy. Daniel talks to dead people. It's a typical Tuesday for him. But in reality, it's not easy. I have to, one, put this makeup on because I like being cute. But two, it takes so much energetically. Again, for over a decade, like I talked about in the beginning of today's podcast, listening to some horrific stories that are heartbreaking and shattering that I'm so grateful that I've been a part of. I'm so grateful I've been able to bring that positivity and that message and that phone call back into someone's life. So it's really important, you guys, for people who seem strong, for people who seem so put together, for people who seem, oh, like Daniel goes on stage and isn't bothered by anything, and whatever the case may be.
Just ask me.
Yeah. It's also important to not only go and write a bad review because you're upset, go and share positivity. Go and write Daniel a good review for all the readings, or even joining the podcast, or even listening, because this shit costs you guys nothing. And or I've done how many shows throughout my career? I mean, I even have Hello from Heaven trademarked. I work with James Van Prague, like Lisa Williams. Like I've been between here, New York, Lilydale, LA, San Diego, doing readings. And yet I have like maybe 100 reviews for over 12 years. And a lot of them now are people upset over a scheduling conflict or them messing up on their own booking thing. So I wanted to share that to say, even if it is your daycare worker, if it's somebody at the gas station you see every day, listen, I remember going to the coffee shop and the lady was like, how's your day? You can kind of tell her vibe was off. And I was like, hey, I just want to say, God bless you, because without coffee, honey, doctors couldn't probably doctor, nurses couldn't nurse, I couldn't do readings. Like, God, but like you're out here doing God's work. And she giggled and she goes, thank you. I needed to hear that today. Because to them, it's so simple. It's something they do every day. So as a strong person,
Kindness is a wonderful thing.
just as
Kindness.
much as we need somebody to kind of shock us in our nervous system to be like, hey, I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you. Start doing that. Start having that ripple effect. I'm not, she was just like, I was like, girl, you're out here doing God's work. God bless you. You should be protective. And she's like, I just work at the human being. And I was like, and as you should, God bless you, honey. You're in my prayers tonight, because without this cup of coffee, I can't go on stage.
Yeah, and it's easy. I was just sitting here thinking reviews are like kindness and smiles. They're free.
Yeah.
Share them
Yeah.
because
Don't just do it when you're mad and that's what's fueling you.
I went to pay one of my credit card bills,
Mhm.
Chase. Shout out to Chase.
Would you like to sponsor her credit cards?
Yes. And one of the gals, she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you again. I always love it when you pull up." She goes, "You're always so, what did she say? Like smiley or energetic or this or that." I didn't want to say, I just I'm just so nervous because I'm giving you a lot of money. But I'm always trying to make, because people are grumpy when they're paying bills.
Right.
So do it. Be kind. Be
Yeah.
kind. It doesn't take much.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It does not at all. I am scheduling with you in the near future. Oh, Marnie, I would love to see you. I would love to see you. But no, it's true, you guys. So, as like a little mini exercise, take off the strong one mask. All right. So, when you guys go about your day, take a deep breath. Imagine a mask being taken off, and ask yourself, who am I without this role? What do I actually need from someone else? What is it, honestly, this is something that Kori taught me, like, what would you tell your best friend in that moment? So what would you wish your best friend told you? What would you tell your best friend if they were like, hey, I'm just, the strong one and I'm energetically drained and I'm this and I'm that? What would you tell them? Because chances are that's something that your soul needs to hear. So, and also go and write reviews, positive reviews, not just when you're mad. Listen, it takes me a lot to be like, I'm gonna go and write a negative review. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm just like, okay, cool. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not good at negative
Yeah.
reviews.
So if you guys have ever had an experience with me, go and write a positive review, even if it's just being from here. But
With strong people, oh, I'm sorry.
go for it.
With strong people, this is something that is a very easy exercise, but it's very hard to do. When somebody gives you a compliment, just say thank you.
Yeah.
Don't say, I look horrible today. I or find something. This is what I was doing. I was finding something positive about them. I'd be like, I love your hair, Barrett.
Yeah.
You know, but if you can just take that and just think to yourself, they just gave me a wonderful compliment. Thank
Yeah.
you. And just say thank you. It might, you might want to add to it, but don't just accept it.
Just say thank you. So you guys, if you're here locally and you would like to join tomorrow night's Cocktails and Spirit one last time in Ridgefield, Washington, in the Vancouver, Portland metro area, Ryan's going to drop the link. Go and check it out. There is a $10 off discount code with the code
Oh,
B-Day. We didn't
B-Day,
know.
yeah, B-Day.
B-Day. And come and join us. The theme is gold. That's why I got my nails all gold, okay? She ready. But I want you guys to share positivity. Go and write positive reviews for your daycare worker or even your favorite coffee shop and your favorite nail salon and your favorite
Nail salons need it. They're
hair
struggling right now.
salon.
They really are.
Everyone's struggling right now.
Yeah,
So
but
that's why it's important to go and share with everything. Everything. Um, but I want you guys to remember you were never meant to carry everything alone. Even the strongest souls were created to be supported too.
you know, back to the farm,
Mhm.
donkeys are pack animals. They pack everything. And donkeys are so smart when they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
And, you know, be like a donkey.
Be like a donkey.
Just don't refuse all that extra packaging.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we love you. Thank you for joining us. We will be back probably next Monday as well. We won't switch it back to Tuesday for a minute. Ryan's like, oh God. But we will see you guys maybe tomorrow night. Go and check the link out. But remember again, you were also created to be supported too. All right. And
Absolutely.
remember to love yourself and to be yourself and don't let anyone tell you different. And we're going to actually be taking over James and Prague's TikTok today. So go over and check that out. It will be fun. All right, you guys, happy Monday, and we will see you next time.
Hopefully, see you
Mwah.
tomorrow. Say hi.